it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It's time for our chatty get ready with me. What I do is just put on my makeup and talk about what's been going on in my life. Just to let you know, we are currently having a thunderstorm. So if you hear thunder, I don't know if you'll hear it or not, but if you do, and this is not the tropical storm that's already come and gone. So this is just a good old summer thunderstorm. So I've already done my skincare and put my primer on. So let's get started. And let's see, what have we got to talk about? I'm actually going to mix two foundations. I have this Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which I love this. I've had a full-size bottle of it. I got this sample and I think the color's a little too dark for me. And then I got this Kokie Full Coverage foundation, and I think that sample, it's lighter. This is more of a yellow undertone. This is the pink undertone, which I need. But I'm going to try to mix the two together and see what I get. I am going out later, so I don't want to look too crazy, but just going to the grocery store, that's all. But not during a thunderstorm, I'm not. So, let's see. Since our last get-together, we went to Charlotte. I don't think I've talked to you about the Charlotte trip, but that was fun. We stayed in we stayed near the Concord Mills Mall in Charlotte, which we were just right down the street from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that's where we were located. We had a good time. I did not film anything. I started to film in IKEA, because that's where we went first, was IKEA. And I realized everything looks pretty much the same. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to film IKEA. And then I just didn't film the rest of the trip. I didn't see anything, or I wasn't anywhere that I thought you guys might be interested in. I didn't traipse all over the Concord Mills Mall, because after, I don't know how many hours we spent in IKEA, way more than we did the last time we went, I was exhausted. So I did go to a couple stores, and then I just sat in the food court and waited for everybody else. And then the next day we went to South Park Mall after I'd had a good night's rest. And at South Park Mall we met with my niece Anna and had a wonderful lunch. That was so good. So I'm glad we got to do that. And then we went a couple of stores Nathan wanted to go to, and then we just headed on home. And so, yeah, we had a good time. RC stayed with his Aunt Teresa and had a ball. He loved it at his Aunt Teresa's house. He and his brother Rocky. His brother Rocky, I don't know if you guys remember, he was hit by a car and had to have one of his front legs amputated. But he gets along great. He's a sweet dog. So RC and Rocky hung out for a couple days, a couple nights. I think my nephew Joseph pretty much ruined RC after that. But yeah, so that was good. They had a good time. And let's see what else has happened. I can't think anything that's happened. Brian was off Monday and Tuesday. We didn't go anywhere on the 4th. We decided just to stay home. We had gone to Charlotte, you know, for a couple days, and we just didn't want to get out in the traffic, because we hit traffic coming home from Charlotte that Friday before the 4th. It took us probably about twice as long as it normally would, so we decided we didn't want to get out in the traffic. So we stayed home, and we had a fire in our fire pit, and just so happened that all these neighbors around me, the neighbors behind me, the neighbors up the street, across the street and up a couple houses, and then Monica's brother over at Monica's father's house, were all shooting off fireworks, and we could see them. So we didn't need to go anywhere. That's all I needed. That was good. That was good. And guys, if you're interested, my cousin David, He does this every year. I'm sure I've talked about it before. Every year down in Pass Christian, Mississippi on the beach, he has this elaborate fireworks display. He and his dad do it all themselves. They don't get paid by the city or anything. People come from all around to see this firework display. And he didn't disappoint this year. And I'll put in the description box below the link to his fireworks display because they film it every year. And one year I am going to go. One year I've got to go and see David's fireworks in person. I don't usually think about it until we're almost upon the 4th, and it's like, darn, wish I would have went, but I couldn't have went this year anyway. Can't go next year because I have been chatting with my niece Emily, and they are thinking about having their wedding in July of next year. So I had asked her, just so I could, you know, have reference, save money, you know, what all I need to do. So July of next year, no wedding date has been set yet. We're having a little listen, talking like it's my wedding. And that's what the problem is with family right now. Her fiance is his family's from Vietnam. In fact, Emily told me his parents do not even speak English. They live in down near Raleigh, North Carolina. So they're here in North Carolina, but Raleigh for me is about 5 hours away. It's a long way. So they want them to get married in Raleigh, and if they do, because that's where his family is, if they do, they will pay for everything, but they will also plan everything. Emily and Jimmy would not have a say. So, and his family is Buddhist, so Emily's not too keen on that one. And then her grandmother, who is Emily's father, Emily's mother is my sister. That's how she's my niece. And Melissa and Dwayne, Emily's dad, are divorced. Been divorced for years. He's remarried. Her grandmother and father said they will pay for everything if they get married in South Georgia. But there again, Grandma gets to plan the wedding. What about Emily, people? What about what they want, you know? So they are thinking Florida, which is what I thought they would do, but not at Disney. They have found a They have found a venue that is near Titusville on the east coast of Florida. It's right there at Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach area, and boy, it's raining. So that's where they want to get married. Her dad did say he would give her half the money he was going to use to pay for the wedding, and then the other half he would give to them after the wedding for a down payment on a house. So that sounds good. And then also she was thinking, or they just might elope and then just have parties, which that might happen too. Right now, she and I have a shared Pinterest board, and we are posting wedding ideas. She knows her colors she wants, so there will be a wedding. I think there will be a wedding. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. That's where we're at. I offered to make her one of those rhinestone brooch bouquets, because, I mean, I'm making ornaments and switch plates. Have I told you guys about my switch plates? I'm making switch plates. And anyway, I did not bring eyeshadow primer. I knew I would forget something. I'll use concealer. So, yeah. that's what's going on. And I'm hoping they do Florida. And we've already said if they do, we will head down and go to Kennedy Space Center again. But not the theme parks, believe it or not. I refuse to go to a theme park in July because it's hot, it's crowded, it's a waste of money in my book. It's just a waste of money, and I don't want to get caught up in all that. So we're gonna stay on the coast and find things to do there. I'm sure I will be busy with wedding stuff, helping her. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna treat this like it was my own child getting married, because it basically is. And I'm going to buy a mother of the bride dress for me to wear. I know, but yeah, I'm going to. I don't think she would mind. I mean, I'm almost like the mother of the bride. She's my daughter as well. All right, now it's getting warm. I got to get the fan hooked up. It's time to do my eyes. And if you watch my video where I used the Pretty Random app to pick my palettes, I really love doing that. I'm having a ball doing that. But it picked this one, the Huda. And so I'm going to the grocery store, which I'm not one of these people who really cares a lot, but I don't want to go in there with these massive red eyes. So I am going to try to use this palette a little more sparingly. So I'm going to go with this light one first and put it all over my lid, and I will bring you guys in. Let's see, do I need to move my camera angle? I don't think so. Got a little shadow, and I think it's because of the storm going on. Yeah, it is what it is. Can you see? I don't think so. Hold on, I'm going to move you. Now, can you see? I think if I stay right here. Can I stay right here? Okay, we'll stay right here. Alright, I'm going in this lightest shade, and I'm going to put it all over. When I go and do these, I never have planned out. I rarely plan out my makeup looks. Rarely. I have some ideas for some videos, still beauty, but different than what I've been doing. So I've got a couple in mind. I'm waiting on, I ordered a couple things. So after what I ordered come in, I will film and see what you guys think. Okay, I like that. Now, there's nothing I would call a transition shade, so I'm going into my Kat Von D. Hello, Charlie. Come here, baby. No, I was going to show you Charlie. You haven't seen her in a while. Hello, RC. Got RC here. What am I going to use for? I think I'm going to go into this one right here and do it as a transition shade. Don't whine, you can't have the kitty. He wants to play with Charlie. Charlie wants nothing to do. Well, actually, Charlie's getting better. I mean, the dog's 2 now, almost 2. And finally, Charlie is a little more sociable with the dog. And especially when he's sleeping, she gets really close and smells him and paws him. And he's never tried to hurt her, so I think she finally realizes that. Oh, well, you know what? This dog might not be too bad. He leaves me alone. He's good to me. He wants to play with her. He wants to love on her. But she's so small, though. She's such a small cat. I believe she was the runt of the litter, and she's just tiny. Let's see, what am I going to do with this red? I think I'm going to ignore the red altogether, and I'm going to use these 2 shades on my lid. I'm going to use my finger, and that darker bronzy kind of color I'm going to put on the outer V here. There we go. Let me wipe my finger off. And then I'm going to take that, I guess it's like a rose gold shade. And I'm going to put that on the rest of the lid. It's a pretty shade. Just quick and easy. Let's see, do I need a darker crease? I don't want to go too crazy because I'm going to the grocery store. I don't think so. I'm going to go in and just kind of blend a little right on the edges here. And I'm going to take my detail brush, go in my Kat Von D, whoops, and grab just, I think just this dark brown right here. And I'm going to put that under my lower lash line. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to go and put my mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. While I was putting my mascara on, we had the loudest clap of thunder. Kind of shook the house, so you may hear something before we finish. Now, my color wheel. Let me see. Let me get a brush. What else was I going to talk about? Tomorrow, Brian and I are going to Anderson, South Carolina to see Mima and visit with her. And then we're going to do a little shopping while we're down there. And also we are going to stop at my favorite orchard and pick up some peaches. Peaches are in. So I got to go get some peaches. And I got a canner for Mother's Day. I'm thinking about canning some peaches. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I talked to my sister Alice yesterday, and she said Mima was doing really well, and that real quick, this color I'm using out of my color wheel today has a little sheen to it. I don't think I need highlighter. Do you see that? In fact, this may actually be a highlighter. It's not adding a lot of, it's not adding like a lot of color. It's more like a highlight. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not putting other highlighter on top of that. Okay, Mima. Mima's doing really well. She, she still cannot put weight on her ankle. She is no longer in a cast. She's in a boot. But, she's going to be in rehab for a little while longer. And Alice and Juanita have been taking turns to go see her because they're the ones closest to her, unfortunately. But I'm going down Saturday. Alice is going to be there Monday to take her to the doctor. And Juanita is there today. And they're trying to let her be alone a little bit and not be so dependent upon them. And Alice and Sam, her husband, are going to Iceland the last week of this month. And they'll be gone until mid-August. And so my sister Melissa is coming up from Georgia. She's going to stay at Mima's house. And she's going to help Juanita kind of go and check on Mima, which is great. So I'll probably get to see Melissa. Probably. Alright, now lips. I pulled out Revlon Cherries in the Snow, and then I've got my Park Avenue Princess. I want to do a more muted Cherries in the Snow, so I'm going to put this on first. I didn't put a whole lot on. I just wanted that bit. Now I'm going to take my Tarte Park Avenue Princess that's in my project pan, and I'm going to go over this. Wipe it off and put a little more. It's really not toning it down as much as I wish, but it's still good. I did tone it down some. So there we go. There's my look. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.